journey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Walking the Path. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being alive. I'm glad to be alive today. I'm super glad to be alive today. I'm really grateful for life. Life in all of its everything, like all of it, like it's rushing towards us, the experience of life. And some of it is pleasing and some of it isn't. And the thought has been occurring to me lately. Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome. The thought has been occurring to me lately that there'll be a time in the ongoingness of my soul and of your souls, there'll be a time when we don't have a body. And we'll look back and go, you know what? Even a bad day on earth, I'd take it. I'd like to experience that again. I'd like to experience the rush and sensation of the air on my skin. I'd like to feel the overwhelming influx of sensory data coming in from nature, from all of our surroundings, right? The rush of life itself. This is living. This is being human. This is what it is to be human. So today's topic, all things are made new. Actually, before we get to the topic, really quickly, Rythmia is closed this week. We were closed for 2 weeks. This is the second week. It's our regularly scheduled closing. We close for 2 weeks every September to, hey, Jason, what's up? Hey, everybody, welcome. We close for 2 weeks every September to, regularly scheduled maintenance, get things ready for the new year, because we're doing ceremony 49 weeks out of the year at Rythmia. So I'm excited. Next Monday, we'll welcome everybody back and we'll start again. And then I get to do the opening talk on Monday. I love it. It's the best. So Rythmia open next week. Come see us. Check out the number there, that number. And okay, all things made new. All things are made new in the spirit. What does this mean, right? Like everything is, the process of life is constantly expressing itself, coming to fruition, falling away, coming back, this sensation of life. How are we made new? How are we made new? Made new, we're made fresh by the spirit. We're renewed by our thinking. Have you ever noticed that there's something that you're really jawing on, something, a problem, an issue, circumstance in your life, a relationship, career, something, and maybe it's forgiveness, maybe it's letting go of the struggle, stopping to resist, maybe it's something, an egoic thing that you're learning, right? A lesson, whatever it is, it seems so hard, it seems so painful, it seems so intractable, right? And then something happens. We've all had this experience. Something happens. Just a little shift in perspective, a little change in the way we're looking at things, and there's relief. Oh, all of a sudden, just in the shift of our perspective, the pain is relieved, the suffering is relieved. This is what we mean when we say all things are made new in the spirit. All things are made new in God, right? That we are, when we allow the influx of the divine to come rush through us, like all of life is rushing through us, when we allow it to rush through us without resistance, we're made new. We're actually renewed. You notice when you're struggling, when you're resisting, it's draining, it's exhausting, right? And when we surrender, when we give way, we're renewed, we're refreshed, right? It's a shift in perspective. This is another biblical phrase. All the years that the locusts have eaten away will be given back to you. I love this phrase as well. All the years that the locusts have eaten away will be given back. Doesn't mean that spirit goes back in time and changes stuff and gives you back your time. No, it means there's a shift in perspective about the past. And everything changes because our perception, right? So this brings me to, this is really about our thinking. How restricted or open we are in our thinking, in our perception. So, Ram Dass says, if you want to know the truth, give up your opinions, give up your judgments. Why? Why do we see the truth without opinion and judgment? Because opinion and judgment, nothing wrong with them, but opinion and judgment offer a narrow perspective, right? It's this way. This is my opinion. This is my point of view. This is my perspective. This is my judgment. And it has some boundaries. When things are made new, by opening up our perception, our aperture, widening the aperture, we can't widen the aperture inside of opinion and judgment. We have to release the opinion and judgment. So how do we do that, right? What does that mean, release opinion and judgment? Well, when we're suffering, typically suffering is an effect of, hey, Janice, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Little birthday wish from Janice. Thank you. I lost track. I lost my train of thought there. All things made new, our thinking and our perspective, right? One of the biggest things I've learned recently is an old pamphlet from Emmett Fox called The Golden Key. And the golden key to solving any problem is to one, stop thinking about the problem, and two, start thinking about God. Stop thinking about the problem and start thinking about God. That is the golden key to solving any problem. This is basically saying, stop thinking about your limited perspective, your opinion, your perspective, your judgment, your point of view, and start thinking about God. Start thinking about a wider perception. Open up your aperture to see more possibility, because we get really narrow where it can only happen this way when we widen our perception. So how do I do that? I know that there are things right in front of me that I can't see, right? In fact, that's one of the principles of magic, right? When you think of a magician, one of the main principles of magic is the answer is in plain sight. You just can't see it because of your perception, because of your opinions, your judgments, your perception, your point of view, right? Well, this is the way. If this is going to appear out of this guy's hand, it's got to come from nothing, right? But no, there's a way. We just can't see it. So my prayer when I'm suffering, when I'm stuck in my opinion, my judgment, my point of view is, I know that there's some good here. I can't see it. Let me see it. Show me. Show me. I know my perspective and my perception is limited right now. Help me see a broader perspective. Show me a broader perspective. Let me see more. Let me see more. Maybe stop thinking about the problem. We start thinking about God. This is how all things are made new. Hey, Jingle. Chris, great to see you. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's a trick, right? Let me see it. We begin to talk to Spirit like we were talking to a friend. Spirit, I know it's here. I can't see it. Have you guys ever needed something at the hardware store or at Target, and you go there and you're looking at the wall and stuff, and you're looking, you know the thing that you're looking for should be on this wall. You can't see it. You go get the clerk and they come back and they go, it's right there. And you're like, I've been staring at the wall for a half hour. Same thing. Same thing. Thank you, Jose. Jingle's coming on the 15th. Awesome. It's the same thing when I'm staring at something and the answer is right in front of me. Think about a rock climber. I'm not a rock climber. If I look at a cliff face, I see no possibility at all. Impossible. But a rock climber looks at that cliff face and sees a way. It's just a matter of perception. We're made new by our perception. We're made new by opening up our aperture. Let me see it. Show me. I can't see it right now, but I know it's here. How do I know it's here? Next question. How do I know it's here? Okay. So there's another biblical phrase that says, oh my goodness, I just forgot the biblical phrase. How do I know it's here? Biblical phrase. Don't get caught up in appearances. Don't get caught up in appearances. Things are not what they appear to be. Sampeth, thank you so much. Jingle, aka Sampeth, thank you. Biblical phrase, don't get caught up in appearances. Things are not what they appear to be. How do I know that things aren't what they appear to be? How do I know that the good is there even though I can't see it? I love thinking about it like this. Everything is happening now. We go to the principle of the eternal now, right? We're not thinking about horizontal or linear time. Stephen McDaniel, what's up? What's up, buddy? Hey, man, oh my God, it was your birthday yesterday. Okay, so it's all happening now. Vertical time versus horizontal time. So listen, horizontal time says if it's bad now, certain things have to happen in order for it to be good at some point in the future, right? Vertical time, quantum time is it's all happening now. It's the eternal now. How do I think about that? Okay, you're on the ground floor in a hurricane. Okay, hurricane season, very bad. You're in Florida, there's a hurricane, right? And it's chaotic. There's no safety, there's no peace, there's no order, there's no harmony, there's no balance. Everything is desmadre, right? And now you're in a plane. You're flying over the hurricane, and you can start to see the grid of the streets. You can see the houses and the trees. You can start to see some order. You can start to see some structure, right? And now imagine you're in the space station and you're looking at the Earth, and you just see this beautiful globe spinning softly, gently against this star-studded velvet backdrop, and you can see the blue and the green and the brown of the Earth and the white of the hurricane swirling. It almost looks peaceful, right? The Earth and the hurricane, whatever's going down on Earth, it just looks beautiful from the space station. So chaos, disorder, order, structure, and peace and harmony are all happening at the same time. It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of our perception. So I know I can say now that even though things are going to hell in a handbasket right now, everything looks like it's crazy, I can't pay my rent, or I'm in a relationship issue, or job's topsy-turvy, or whatever, I know that something good is seeking to emerge. It's chaos right now, but I know peace and order are there. The chaos right now, I know structure and harmony are there. I know it. Let me see it. Open up my aperture. Let me see it. This is the prayer. I can't see it, but I know it's there. Let me see it. Give me eyes to see. In this way, we begin to work with our mind to allow a broader perspective. This is also problem solving, right? Like young kids can solve problems better than old folks because old folks know how it's supposed to be. Well, this is the way things work. And they're not willing to make the effort to try new things that might not pan out. They're going to go for, us older folks, we're going to go for the sure thing. Well, this is a higher probability. I'm going in that direction. But when we're talking about problem solving, we need to open up the aperture and think of lots of possibilities, right? Younger minds are more willing to try to trace down something that might not actually be, might not have a high probability, but solutions lie there. So this is why all things are made new when we open up our aperture. This is why the prayer is, I know there's some good here. Let me see it. I can't see it now. Don't get caught up in appearances. Things are not what they appear to be. Let me see it. And this is how we begin to allow a divine influx of peace, of harmony, of order, of balance to flow in, through, and as us. I think that's it. So I want to just say thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful on this day. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for you all turning in. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Peace and richest blessings. Thank you.